Since I had nothing better to do today, since I have no parts to work on my red project, I decided to tackle an issue on my blue black 124 that's been driving me nuts for years. Have a listen to my rear suspension. Now, this is not the first time I've decided to have a look at this. I thought I had fixed it previously, but unfortunately the noise came back after a short drive. I did have thoughts about what might be causing it. I thought maybe when I was assembling this subframe, I was feeling a little tired and forgot to torque some of those suspension links correctly. So I just wanted to check what the torque settings were, particularly on the outer joints of those links. The insides are all easy to access, and I'm pretty damn sure I wouldn't have made a mistake there. But the outer ones, they're a bit tricky to access, particularly since you have to have the car at its normal resting level when you tighten them up. I wasn't quite sure which one would be the culprit, so I just went ahead and checked all of them. As you can see, the insides are all easy to access. Even this lower outer one is pretty damn easy to access. So much to my surprise, the easiest to access outer joint was ridiculously loose. It actually took 3/4 of a turn of my torque wrench to get that up to spec, which is completely unacceptable. I don't know how that happened. Maybe I was tired, as I said at the time, and just forgot to do it. Or somehow it has come loose through the course of driving the car around. I did check all of them, and I did find 2 others that were slightly looser than spec, but nothing to write home to mother about. So they're all retorqued back to specification now. And you can already hear there's no longer any noises coming when that suspension moves. And don't worry about that plastic cover, that was already screwed. That's why I'm not overly concerned about putting the jack stand there. It wasn't me that damaged it, it was the previous owner or mechanic, and they're not that difficult to replace anyway. So of course, when I fit alloy wheels, I do torque them up to spec as well, which I believe is 110 Newton meters. In regards to the official figures for the links at the rear end, not including the toe adjustment link or the lower control arm, the others are all 70 Newton meters on the inside and 45 on the outside. 45 is kind of low. I do have a Chinese torque wrench, so that may be why it ended up coming loose on the outside as well. So if it ends up loose again, I'm just going to go ahead and do them all up to 70. That's not recommended, but that's what I'll do. If it makes it quiet, that's the aim of the game. And as a preliminary test, we can already see that there's no longer any noises coming from that rear end. And I'll even bounce it around for you. It's interesting to note the tyre actually expanding due to the bouncing. Something you don't normally see. But of course the real test is to take it for a test drive. Now, I will apologise for the footage inside the car. I didn't have any proper mount for my phone to sit in. I just jammed it in the headrest of the passenger side seat. So unfortunately it's a bit shaky, but it does the job, and you get to see the workout that I gave the car, testing out for noises. Well, no creaks from the rear end. I would suggest that that was a successful fix. As easy as that. How ridiculous.